Good morning and welcome to Top of the Morning by Mint, your daily essential briefing on business, global affairs, and everything that's shaping our world today. It's Monday, June 30th. I'm Nelson John. From the heart of corporate India, today's headlines come with weight. Reliance hands over real power to the next gen. Anant Ambani at a 20 crore rupee annual ticket. Tata Steel finds itself in a 1,000 crore rupee GST crosshair. And the recent Air India crash sparks national concern as Sabotage is officially on the radar. All that and more right here on Top of the Morning. India's Pharma chessboard just saw a power play. Ahmedabad-based Torrent Pharmaceuticals clenched a deal to acquire a controlling 46.39% stake in JB Chemicals and Pharmaceuticals from KKR for 11,917 crore rupees, valuing JB at a whopping 25,689 crore rupees. The deal doesn't stop there. It will trigger an open offer to the public shareholders and ultimately a merger between Torrent and JB Pharma. So, what's the strategy? Torrent is eyeing JB's stronghold in chronic therapies with top brands like Silacar and Nicardia, plus a ticket into the lucrative CDMO business, contract manufacturing for global pharma players. JB's presence in over 40 countries and strengths in medicated lozenges add international firepower. Torrent's executive chairman Samir Mehta called it a long-term growth runway, pointing to the CDMO platform as a big boost. This acquisition gives Torrent a sharper edge in India's pharma market, where it now aims to be among the top 3 players in 5 years. For KKR, this deal was a blockbuster exit, over 5x return and an IRR of 36%. JB Pharma stock jumped 2.3% and Torrent rose nearly 5% on Friday. Proof that investors approve this prescription. As the war in Ukraine enters its 29th month, the skies lit up with fire and fury. In what's being called the largest aerial attack since the invasion began, Russia unleashed a staggering 537 drones and missiles overnight, according to Ukraine's Air Force. It was a storm of steel, one Ukrainian commander said. Air defenses shot down nearly half, but many still got through. Civilian casualties were reported across the region, and the drone attack sparked an industrial fire and widespread blackouts. Perhaps most tragically, a Ukrainian F-16 crashed during the chaos. Its pilot did not survive. The assault reached even Poland's doorstep, forcing NATO allies to scramble jets. All this ironically came hours after President Putin extended a fresh offer for peace talks, one which Ukraine swiftly rejected, calling it a diplomatic smokescreen. On the ground, Russia claimed minor gains in Donetsk, but at great cost. In retaliation, Ukraine made a controversial move, pulling out of the 1997 landmine ban. Lawmakers justify it, saying Russia doesn't play by the rules. Analysts now fear this might be just the beginning of a brutal summer blitz, especially before Western F-16 reinforcements arrive. The baton is being passed, and this time with a boardroom seat and a blockbuster salary. Reliance Industry has officially appointed Anant Ambani as a full-time director on its board, effective May 1st, 2025. The 29-year-old joins the top table with a 5-year term and a pay package that could touch 20 crore rupees annually. According to the company's BSE filing, Anant's compensation will include a base salary, allowance, and prerequisites like housing, utilities, and medical cover. But there's more. Reliance will also contribute to his provident and gratuity funds and reimburse his travel expenses for him, his wife, and even his attendant. Plus, he's eligible for performance-linked profit sharing. Not bad for a debut as executive director. This move cements Anant's growing leadership role in Reliance, especially in new energy and petrochemicals, and marks another step in the carefully choreographed succession plan by Mukesh Ambani. The HR and nomination committee will review and approve salary increments annually. From attending shareholder meetings to now holding voting rights at the boardroom table, Anant's role in shaping the future of India's most valuable company just got a whole lot more official. Could Sabotage be behind the deadly Air India crash in Ahmedabad? Well, authorities aren't ruling it out. Minister of State for Civil Aviation, Muralidhar Mohol, confirmed that the Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau, AAIB, is probing all angles, including possible sabotage. After the June 12th crash of AI-171, a Boeing Dreamliner en route to London. The flight carrying 242 people went down seconds after takeoff, crashing into residential quarters near BJ Medical College. Only one person survived. Among the 241 killed were 9 students and their families on the ground. Captain Sumit Sabrawal had radioed a mayday just before the impact. Mohol told NDTV, CCTV footage is being reviewed and multiple agencies are involved. It's a thorough investigation. At the center of it all, 2 critical black boxes. Flight data and cockpit voice recorders are being decoded at a cutting-edge lab in Delhi and not being sent abroad, as some reports suggested. There's no need to send them outside, Mohol assured. Meanwhile, all 33 Dreamliners in Air India's fleet have undergone full safety checks and have passed inspection, easing public fears. As the probe continues, one thing is clear: answers are urgently needed, and nothing is off the table. Tata Steel, one of India's biggest industrial giants, is now under the taxman scanner. In a filing to the BSE, the company revealed it received a show cause notice and a hefty tax demand of over 1,007 crore rupees from the Central Tax Commissioner audit in Ranchi. What's the issue? Alleged irregularities in input tax credit, ITC, claimed between FY28-19 and FY22-23. But Tata Steel isn't budging. The company stated that it had already paid 514 crore rupees in GST during routine operations and contested that only 493 crore rupees is under dispute, calling the notice baseless. Tata Steel says there is no merit in the claim and that it will respond within 30 days before the appropriate tax forum in Jamshedpur. Importantly, the company stressed out that the notice will have no impact on its financial or operational activities. Well, investors, they seem unfazed. Tata Steel shares closed slightly higher at 161.4 rupees on Friday and are up nearly 18% year to date. Despite a 7% dip over the past year, the stock has returned a whopping 388% in 5 years. For now, it's business as usual at Tata Steel, but the tax battle ahead will be closely watched. That's all for today. Thank you for joining in. We're eagerly looking forward to our next Top of the Morning episode, which will be packed with the latest in business news. Until then, this is Nelson John signing off. Have a marvelous Monday.